Hey everyone, Editor JT here. In the spirit of giving and because we're all spending time with our families, we thought we'd unlock a bonus episode for the holidays. If you enjoy this episode, you can find a bunch more like it on our higher Patreon tiers. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Hoping it's not super fucking echoey because I'm not gonna be underneath my bed today. I'm sorry. I cannot fucking handle that energy right now.
I fucking okay, this is the last one.
Habib, go ahead. It's fine. Oh, there we go. ASMR.
Dear listeners, this is the bonus content that you have subscribed for. In this episode, we will not be talking about anything. We will only be eating chips into the microphone. So
there we go. Except for me, I'm still fasting.
Except for Hakim, who's
I'll just pleasantly listen.
All belief system we are denouncing through this podcast.
Go.
Beta cuck ultra atheists. You know, the guy that has the big A on his profile.
Oh my god, the fucking cringe.
Speaking of profiles.
Yes.
Today we thought about talking about the cringiest of all platforms, which is quite the crown to wear because objectively, absolutely every single social media platform is a pile of stinking garbage because you know they thought they did something by letting users generate content and then to make money off of it, but apparently the free market of content creation leads to the worst of the worst. But there is one specific place where because everybody is trying to upkeep a sort of decorum because they have their first name, last name, CV, etc., out there. Which is LinkedIn. I don't know how much experience you, dear listener, especially somebody who might still be in college, have with LinkedIn. But trust me, the second you get out of university and you have to create a page on here and you start scrolling through what people post, you will be afraid for your life because that is what your brain is going to look like when you're 40 and you work a constant corporate job. I genuinely don't know if these people take themselves seriously. Everybody has a friend that keeps posting there and looks super like epic, and then you go out with him and he's like fucking puking on top of a car while diarrhea is going down his pants. But on LinkedIn, he's like the shit, which is kind of a social media thing. You know, on the platform, if you matter on the platform, like you're a big dick motherfucker on it. For example, on LinkedIn, oh my god, I have so many connections, or look how many followers I have, etc., etc. But the second you step out of it, just like the podcast sphere or on YouTube or on Twitter, in real life, you know, that is at that point forgotten. But there is just something especially toxic about LinkedIn people because they think they're better than anyone because this directly impacts their job, which most of the time it absolutely fucking doesn't. Only your cousin from Wisconsin is reading your fucking posts and nobody else.
It's the worst part of you know, like when I finished uni, I remember. I thought like in being in a medical, you know, like it's not a corporate job, right? Most of it is public employment. I thought I didn't need LinkedIn, and boy was I fucking wrong. It was not an enjoyable fucking experience. This morning, like the task was to for all of us individually to gather a few screenshots from each of our respective LinkedIns of stupid shit we saw and then put it up. We did like a test run the other day, and I looked up, and there was a lot of actually good shit. A close friend of mine who is incredibly anti-capitalist and has no respect for his job or his boss. It's like, X person celebrated this, and it's a screenshot. It's like, don't forget the bosses that built you up along the way. I'm like, motherfucker, you do not believe a word of that shit. But yeah, I saw stuff like this, right? But today I was like, okay, time to get to collecting, and I look it up, and I guess, you know, none of the non-medical people post on the weekend, because all I saw was case studies and stupid shit, nothing that we could use, or at least nothing that people would be interested in. So then I scoured the internet for shitty LinkedIn stuff.
Oh yeah, I did the same. Like, I don't actually. Do you guys both have to use LinkedIn? Like, actually use it
when transferring jobs and shit like that? Yeah. Sometimes.
Yes,
at least in the medical
find
field.
a job. It's the perfect platform for you to have access to as many potential job opportunities as possible. But they just, instead of just making it about searching, they also let you post. And that was the worst idea on planet Earth, because everybody just thought, oh my God, but I have an explanation for it. These people are stuck in a job, right? And no matter how hard they try and work at the job, there's a certain pace at which they can progress or not progress. So they feel this extra energy of, I need to try extra hard. They have this extra energy and they don't know where to put it. That's when LinkedIn walks in and says, well, actually, if you have a lot of connections and you post a lot, like, it's actually going to impact your career. And there's probably some absolutely batshit insane companies that do give a fuck about it and actually open your LinkedIn and tell you in the interview, you have not posted anything on LinkedIn. You are not a gentleman of fine taste like us. You cannot enter this company. But the majority doesn't give a fuck. Like, they just see your CV and they either hire you or not. So people that actively post, I don't know what planet they live on. They just feel like posting shit, but they don't have purple hair, so they don't go on Twitter. They have a brain, so they don't go on YouTube. They're not epic ultra chads, and they just listen to podcasts and post about them on Reddit. So they're like, okay, I'll go on LinkedIn, and it groups like, that's why it's such a beautifully filtered out place of the absolute pinnacle of lack of class consciousness, just on one platform. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I made a LinkedIn when I was in college. I think we had to do it for a class. And I've had it ever since. And, I've never updated the profile picture, so I'm like probably 18 in the photo. And I still, to this day, get emails
Andre JT.
Sorry. He's like, you're being noticed on LinkedIn. I'm like, I should delete that, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
My God, yeah, it's garbage. It's boomer Facebook. It's somehow worse than Facebook, because it's all the boomers that like to be there and post. Oh man, yeah, it's a fucking mess. Sometimes I have relatives who are like, yeah, they are in relevant professions, but then it's like, oh, they want to be, one of your connections. I'm like, no, why? No. Like, no, I'm not doing this. Isn't Facebook. Fucking hell.
They feel they're too good for Facebook, so they go and do the shit on LinkedIn. Just go on LinkedIn and search for a job. But yeah, for example, I think a primary post example of people not having anything to do with their life, and they just really need to think up a post, is posted by someone who defines himself as an aspiring entrepreneur, learner, blogger, and marketeer. Basically, four things that mean nothing. Posted with capital letters. Management. That means man, age, men, T. A set of men with ages of experience to handle men or women with tactics is called management. Do you agree? #question, #logic.
It's so fucking stupid.
I know how it feels like to have nothing to post and pulling it out of your ass in order to push something so the algorithm doesn't fucking forget you. But this dude, we should hire this dude. LinkedIn might actually work for someone. This guy would be a content machine. So, ladies and gentlemen, communism, communication, ism, ideology, communism, united communication ideology, and whole episode. I can make a whole episode on this.
You should just make it communism. There we go. The guy underneath his stupid name has aspiring entrepreneur. What the fuck is an entrepreneur? I'm gonna actually look that up. What the fuck is an entrepreneur?
Probably thought it was smart or something. I don't fucking know.
An entrepreneur is a manager within a company who promotes innovative product development and marketing. So bullshit. So you're telling me you're unemployed? That's what you do.
It's a nice way to say like HR. Like they walk around. Basically, you get a contract and you have your requirements, but they have a guy who's supposed to push you to work more than what's in your contract. So to inspire entrepreneurship inside of the workplace, where they own the patent and would literally take it away from you if you think up anything during work hours.
This was the Investopedia definition that Google brought up. Let me read you the Wikipedia definition. Entrepreneurship is the act of behaving like an entrepreneur while working within a large organization. What the fuck? Oh my God.
There is not a single job I have applied to that does not have, like, as one of the qualifications, entrepreneurial spirit. What? So my spirit is a white BMW and fucking thinking I'm better than everyone else because I opened a coffee shop and I called it a fintech coffee bean organic enterprise. I don't even know what to call it.
Guys, oh my, the examples on Wikipedia, it says one of the most well-known examples of entrepreneurship is the Skunkworks group at Lockheed Martin, who developed some fighter jets. This is quite the entrepreneur. Oh fuck me.
So for people listening, it's kind of hard to tell. It's not entrepreneur. This one, it's intra, INTRA.
Yeah,
so that's why if you're very confused as to why we're struggling over the definition of this, it's a different word than you're used to.
Excuse my enunciation, but yeah. Oh man.
I have. Speaking of entrepreneurs, this guy is a CEO at Hustler Agency. He makes content at scale. Yes, they named their company Hustler, but HUSTLR because it's like
a porn website.
No, and because Hustler is what I think the first nudity magazine that showed pussy. So yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So this is a bit of a long one, but I'll get into the mind of someone who is a CEO at Hustler. I bought her a coffee. No big deal. Then I grabbed a marker pen and wrote this on the side of the cup. I'm so impressed with your creativity and quality of work. We are really privileged to have you on the team. Thank you. She thanked me for the coffee, but didn't notice the message. Later, I saw a huge smile on her face. When our eyes met, she mouthed the words, "Thank you." People want to feel that their work matters. It doesn't take much to show some appreciation. It's not about pay rises, bonuses, or company cars. There we go. All you need is a $4 coffee and a pen. A person who feels appreciated will always do more than what's expected. Agree? Question mark?
And then I billed her for the $4 coffee.
Yeah. So basically, he by the way, I'm fairly certain there's something missing from his little, I'm so impressed with your creativity, is they probably put his number at the end, and this was a weird roundabout way of sexually harassing this poor woman.
Yep.
Fuck me.
But hey, props for fitting like 200 characters on the side of a coffee cup with a fat tip marker pen.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
No, he has the most delicate fucking embroidery writing that you've ever seen. All right, he has fucking fingers as delicate as I was gonna say as okra. Okra is not delicate.
Okra's thick as hell, boy.
Yeah, baby. What's something? Fuck. Yeah, you know what I'm fucking getting.
I mean,
thin,
thin like Paris Hilton. Yeah, so you have two types of markers. You have a Paris Hilton marker and an Oprah marker.
He said okra. The
Oprah map. I'm eating fucking chips, bro.
I said okra, not Oprah.
I guess Oprah has a sister, Okra and Odra. They're yin and yang. But what he fucking talks about is like the most common thing you can see on LinkedIn, which is bosses being really pissed off that their employees aren't working and they're trying to find a way to make them work, which then never, ever, ever implies actually giving them more money. Like that is like a territory they are never willing to go to. And it's, society. It's that specific little LinkedIn post is kind of a mirror into the genuine mentality most CEOs / owners / higher management as well genuinely have.
That's like they're trying to convince themselves. It's like he's saying it's not about pay rises, bonuses, or company cars. Like he's aware of what it actually takes to get someone to enjoy the work, or not enjoy the work, but tolerate it and do it well. But he's like, oh, it's not that. It's you gotta appreciate them. It's definitely not this stuff that will improve their life.
That's why you had to write. It's not that stuff. Like, oh, you're not thinking of it at all, man. You don't know it deep down, brother.
There's one that I want to share with you guys. This is from I don't know what this guy is, but he's underneath his LinkedIn profile. It says Amazon addict, which all right, fine. And the text is, while Russia is taking over Ukraine, we're taking over the Amazon event industry. And he's like, oh my god, pulling off the most exclusive Amazon event of the year next week, and then we get to work on the biggest event of the century in June, and so on and so on. Whoever can't handle it, take shelter.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Our Chechens will be tabling at the Amazon warehouse.
Oh my god, fuck.
A guy walks up to a woman in a bar, says, baby, I'm gonna make your pussy look like Ukraine. Oh my god, that was
oh my god. Don't, fuck. JT, cut that.
Why? I'm pretending to be that guy. Like thinking about it, like make a. That's a whole thing. Trying to make the war all about Europe. Yeah,
it's okay. People will find it funny. It's all right. I was gonna. There's a few of these. Like it's you see this very often in like it's Mother's Day or like Pride Month or some shit. You see this virtue signaling kind of a bit.
Always.
Yeah, like the Pride Month thing is the worst because every cunt and their mother has the stupid flag up, and it's like you don't care. You never care. Why Amazon changing into a rainbow flag? They don't give a shit. Right?
I have participated in marketing campaigns where we do that. The order comes down. Everybody in the company is like, and then we set it up. Then you schedule all the profiles to like go off to like remove itself the second Pride Month ends. It's a whole campaign. People like sit down and spend like 3 days of their month just redesigning everything we have in like the pride colors. Pride colors, yeah.
It's like Raytheon doing land acknowledgements.
Oh my god. Do you know? And the newest thing that people do this shit over is the Ukraine stuff. An example was we're taking over Amazon events or whatever the fuck. But there's this other one which is some audit manager at ING, which I believe is an insurance company, European insurance company.
Yes.
And she's Ukrainian but lives and works in the Netherlands, right? But she puts up a picture of a bunch of young people in a bomb shelter with their computers up working, and then she says, bomb shelters with Wi-Fi is the best thing when you have to work during airstrikes. Oh my god. This fucking late-stage capitalist bullshit.
Dude, in my previous workplace, we had people from Eastern Ukraine working for us, from Donbass, Lugansk, and so on. And literally, we would hear sirens go off in the middle of calls. And they were like, no, don't worry. I've been listening to this shit for like 8 years. I'll be fine. It's fucking creepy as hell. We even had like people in Kiev, employees, which some other higher ranked colleagues of mine were literally passive aggressive about them not coming into work for like the 5th day now. We need to get these designs of tampons ready for the consumer in New Jersey. And it's just, man, dude, it's insane. We have all consciously just lost their fucking mind.
The corporate world seems like the most fucking batshit thing. I've said this so many times, but I am so glad I am not in corporate shit. Jesus Christ. I think you have to be a certain kind of person to be able to even to endure it, let alone to participate in it. You go think, I don't know what you're made of, but you're a stronger man than I couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah, I worked at a software company doing inside sales for like 2 months. I don't know if I've told this story, but I'd look out the window because it was up really high, like 17th story or something like that. And I'd look down at the boss's BMW and be like, I bet I could hit that if I jumped. So,
oh my God. Oh, I love it.
It was terrible. I could not handle it. So yeah, major props. You got Nick.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to slither in a bit of class consciousness to my colleagues always, and ideas of unionizing, etc., etc. But that's maybe, I don't know, fucking 20%. Everybody else is just brainwashed as fuck, and you gotta sit there and like nod your head when they're talking about how awesome the boss is for letting them take a day off after their leg was cut off or something. And it's fucking live it. But like, people get to levels of such insanity in the corporate world because they don't know what's right or wrong. They've been given some insight in business universities, which I have also finished. And then you go into the real world and it's much messier and it's much more, let's say, improvised, and nobody follows those strict rules, which you learn is the proper way to behave in the office. Like on day 2, somebody's trying to fucking sexually harass someone else, and you're like, they never told me about this. But speaking of absolute insanity, I have a fucking jewel right here. When by a person who says in their tag, here to add value. That's it. Okay. And his post is, when someone asks you a question, count to 30 before you answer. It's very, very powerful. So I'm told. Oh my God.
Bro, that's not powerful. That's annoying. You know how long 30 seconds is?
This guy has martial arts instructor underneath his fucking name. What do you need to be counting 30 seconds for? Oh my God. Hey, did you get that email on Friday? Just 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? Oh my God. I get it, the idea. He seems to think he's fucking Bill Gates, and he's like, where do you think the future of this is gonna go? And then oh my God, that fucking bullshit.
I'm sure he thinks he's some powerful businessman, but in reality, some dweeb with a tie that's too short, and he's standing by the water cooler, and someone's like, hey, how was your weekend? And he just starts counting under his breath, like, 1, 2.
He goes into a cab, the cab driver is like, where are we going? And he's just...
Hey, buddy, where the fuck are we going?
Hey, that was a nice accent.
Okay, yeah, we're going to New Jersey. Where in New Jersey? And again...
1, 2, 3. Fuck me.
Fucking class. Go ahead, read another one.
All right, there's this one. All right. Founder and Chief Creative Officer of Gut. All right, good for you, fam. It says, hire slow, do 3-hour interviews, have coffee, lunch, and dinner. Ask your team to meet the candidate and see if it's a good fit. The higher the position, the slower you should hire. I've been interviewing someone for the last 5 years. The person doesn't even know it's going well. Oh my! I didn't read this before. What the fuck?
It has to be a joke. I think it has to be a joke.
Yeah, this has to be. Jesus Christ! It has 5,000 claps on LinkedIn though. What the fuck? Did they have
hearts.
claps?
Yes, you clap on them. I don't know how much more intimate this dude wants it to be. Inspect your asshole. Do you have fucking, what's the word when you can't sit properly?
Watch them sleep.
Do you have hemorrhoids? Because we sit a lot at work.
No, yeah, it's like watch them sleep. Eat their fucking toenail shaving. I don't know what the fuck. It's going well. The person doesn't even know. I'm in their walls. This person doesn't even know. Oh my God.
Their child has an imaginary friend. It's me.
Oh my God. Jesus
I have married them and lived with them for 22 years. We have 7 children. I am still interviewing.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck. Oh.
Guys, ships don't sink because of, and then the text repeats, ships don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside you and weigh you down. You are amazing. Have a blessed Friday. And then, oh my fuck.
Hashtag motivations. Hashtag motivational world. Hashtag something in Indian. But yes.
The thing underneath the guy's name is document management expert. What the fuck? So you make Word documents. That's what you're telling me.
Hell yeah. He knows that 12-point font. Got that 1.5 space Times New Roman.
Of course. Yeah. Sometimes he even uses Arial.
Oh my God. A rebel.
Yeah. By the way, ships don't sink because the water around them. Ships sink because the water that gets in them. Yeah, but
that's the water that was previously around them.
Yeah. The idea is don't let what's happening outside. It's okay, but what if somebody were to stab you? All right. I don't know what, you know, like it's a stupid analogy, but whatever the fuck.
We have another Ukrainian gift from LinkedIn that just keeps giving. It's posted by a page that has nothing to do with it. It's called Industrial Platform. And they have 4 pictures of beautiful Ukrainian soldiers. But they posted, Ukrainian women at war, we support you. Every like is for support. Please follow us at Industrial Platform. It has nothing to do. It's like Ukrainian women, we support you. Come by Mike's car mechanic shop. You know, like what? What do you? What? Why? Why? And it has 75,000 likes. It fucking works.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's like 4 pictures, right? And the bottom right picture, the woman doesn't even have a Ukrainian army patch, like the flag patch. It's fucking photoshopped on or something. Oh my God. The colors are fucking wrong.
That's amazing.
Oh, by the way, this is some bullshit you see, not only like on LinkedIn but everywhere, where they'll have a picture of some very attractive woman in military gear and be like, oh yeah, support the blah blah blah. It's like these are photo shoots. These people, you know, like they're not actual soldiers. This is oh fuck me, Jesus Christ. Because she's gonna have her makeup done on the fucking battlefield, dude. Fuck you. Oh my God. Her hair is straightened. What are you talking about? Fuck. All right.
It's the heat off the howitzers firing. That's what straightens the hair.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
That's the ultimate press. You know, you fucking wire your hair around a just exploded tank turret, and it's super fucking hot, and you're like, oh, nice and pressed. But that one's bad, but it never gets as bad as the classic that absolutely everyone has seen. It's just additionally disgusting when like a whole company posts it. So a company called Jobs Factory posted no text. The woman is just some woman, and she's obviously very ill, and she's laying and holding up a sign. Can I get 1 million likes? I just beat cancer. So bravo to the woman. But what the fuck does that have to do with Jobs Factory that just posted it and they reposted it probably from her page or something and got 504,000 fucking likes, man.
Jesus Christ.
How
I didn't even know there were that many people using
degenerate
LinkedIn.
Can you get, man?
To me, LinkedIn is like MySpace. It's like one of those things that should be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook as well. Facebook is practically. I don't know anybody under 40 years old that uses Facebook.
Oh, I hate Facebook so much.
Tell me about it.
I still have mine. I've made it private, and it's like I just need to go on and download those photos and then delete it for good. But every once in a while, I'll take a little peek. Like I'll cover half my screen and open it up real quick, and then just the first post is always the worst cringe I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
That place is a plague.
It's the fucking worst. And I remember I haven't been on Facebook in forever, many years now. But I remember every time you open Facebook, it's always like you see like 3 things. You see those really weird ads, the fucking like Wish level ads of random shit. You see what's it called? Those it's like practically gore videos. I don't even know what to put them what to mention them as. Like it's gratuitous violence basically. And also you see those really shitty prank. Or not even like prank videos, but just quote unquote comedy videos, or the 5
will she get into his Lambo, or she didn't talk to him before she saw his car.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Darman shit, like this stuff, right? And I remember it was like, okay, all this stuff has like 150 million views. Who's looking at this shit? Jesus Christ! All right, fine. Apparently there's a market for it, but
oh yeah. Well, I think it's the internet as a whole. They're catering to the lowest common denominator, because when I will sign out of my YouTube account and sign into Deprogram, in the interim between, like it'll refresh the YouTube page and I'll have like the default homepage, and all of the stuff is just like it's like solo camping or whatever. It's like, okay, that's fine. And then you look at the thumbnail and it's like a half-clothed woman like bending over suggestively, and it's like, or like, oh, here's the Olympics, and it's clearly taken from an angle that shows the gymnast's ass, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, this is just preying on people for clicks.
It's either that or the kids' content. The shit was like 87 million views, fucking, you know.
And there's a lot of overlap there between those two things. It's really creepy.
Yeah. Jesus
There's
Christ.
so much money to be made from like internet illiterate people, and there's so much content stealing. That could be a whole fucking episode on its own. And Facebook is like, when you know, like these very internet illiterate people have not seen it on YouTube, have not seen it on TikTok, have not seen it on Twitter. So, it gets older and older and older and gets to Facebook like 1 year and a half later, after like a trend is dead for everyone under the age of 50. And then it pops up on Facebook, probably stolen by someone. And if they have a properly approved page, they make crazy money off of it, because you also can get advertising revenue on Facebook. And it's just this niche grind that somebody fucking found, and more people are finding, to just make additional income. And I guess good for them. You do you, bro. Just you're making my grandpa kind of lose his mind. Can you slow down a bit, maybe? Thank you.
Here, I've got a good one. I haven't given you guys one yet. All right, buckle in. This is a bit of a long one. I have never quite understood the concept of a 5-day work week. Why do we need an off? Okay, English is probably not his first language. Why do we need an off from work we enjoy? If you go 50 to 70 years back, most of our workforce was in agriculture and related activities. Imagine what kind of crop we would have got if the farmer decided not to take care of their fields on Saturday and Sunday. It turns out the concept has its roots in the fact of spending some time with family, going on your spiritual practices, and enjoying with people you love. But beyond that, there seems to be no rational explanation of a 5-day week. If we love our work, why do we need 2 days off from it? I would love to know your opinions on this. Hashtag work,
Goddamn
hashtag motivation.
parasites. Fucking taking time out to eat.
Christ.
Fucking parasites.
Do you know also, the stupidest part about this is that feudal peasants had more time off than modern workers did.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not fucking true. What the? Oh my God.
I love all these ahistorical takes that they use to moralize, and then it's just wrong.
And do you know what's worse is that this guy clearly doesn't believe this. This guy is doing this to like show off to some potential boss, like, oh, look, I'm willing to fucking, suck your dick and absolutely, work myself to the bone for, it's the worst kind of,
Class trader.
None of these people believe this shit.
And there's nothing to be ashamed of wanting some time to spend with your family. Like, that's a good thing. That's what humanity is about, is spending time with
You're built only for labor, okay? You're supposed to generate profit for the smallest slither at the very top of humanity, and then you're supposed to die. That's it.
Literally, that's what they want.
That's why it's very important for leaders, and I'm going to quote someone who is head of cultural transformation leadership and global network, as CEO of the Packard Network. So Hewlett Packard, HP, probably.
Yeah.
And he wrote it as if it's an email, like, memo to leaders, CC, job seekers, subject, listen, ? Body of text, listen, you do, ?
What?
So, like, this guy's a CEO, an extremely successful financially individual who is supposed to lead probably a company of 5,000+ people. And he thought he's doing something by saying leaders should listen. Like, are we fucking kidding?
That's why he makes his millions. All right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. So like, you guys, you're not leaders, right? And you don't know that leaders, in fact, do spend quite a bit of time listening. They're listening to their checks come in. They listen to their maid work around the home. They listen to what else? It's fucking stupidity. But I was gonna say, there's a lot of these people who say bullshit and think they actually said something worthwhile. And I wanna introduce another character. This guy, his name is included in the thing, so I'm gonna say his name, but whatever. Mitch Whiting, which, by the way, this dude is the whitest guy I've ever fucking seen, so it's pretty relevant. He works at driving global e-commerce growth at Pattern, whatever that is, and he's a content creator. Okay, so he makes Call of Duty videos or something.
One of us.
But his
do not spoil his
is,
name, Hakim.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. But his text is, I went to a wedding reception a few weeks ago and 5 people I have never met said, are you Mitch Whiting from LinkedIn? The first thought I thought, wow, what are the odds to run into someone from LinkedIn? By the 5th time, I had begun to understand the power of building a personal brand. Hashtag LinkedIn, hashtag personal brand, hashtag networking.
Oh my God, this is Satan. Satan lives among us, and his name is Whiting. Like, it is This dude crawled out of his mom's pussy and like annoyed her the second he got out. He got out, he didn't even cry. He was like, crying is for people without a personal brand. I must be building it now. I'm cringing so hard right now. I'm fucking squeezing.
His mother gave birth to him, and then she looked down and she's like, "Is that Mitch Whiting?"
From LinkedIn.
Oh fuck! I love it.
The sad part is, first of all, this didn't happen, obviously. But second, that is what his fantasies consist of. People recognizing him from LinkedIn. Come on, dude.
But
you know that meme
that intently.
That meme with that guy standing in the corner of a party while everybody else is having fun, and it's me sitting there and saying, "They don't know I have a big personal brand on LinkedIn.
They don't know. They don't know I'm Mitch Whiting." Oh fuck! I love it. Oh my lord. But yeah, and by the way, this got like 180 claps or whatever the fuck. So clearly the powerful personal brand that he has. Fuck.
Mitch Whiting goes for Easter to the Vatican at the Pope sees him and he's like, "Oh, Mitch, what up, my man? Come up here on the terrace, man. We're gonna be chilling." And even the random like tourists taking photos, they look up and it's Mitch Whiting next to the Pope, and they're taking photos and they're like, "Who's that next to Mitch Whiting?"
Oh my god, fuck,
man! We really said his name a lot of times.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, we're helping him build his personal brand.
Personal brand, yes, absolutely. Please, nobody under no circumstances go right to this. Please do not. That would be fucked up.
I was gonna say, so another related one. This one's a bit long, but please bear with me. It's some guy, again, digital media strategist, whatever the fuck that means, right? And,
hey man, that's my fucking job.
Is it really? I'm sorry.
Kind of.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, this guy, Mr. Digital Media Strategist, he wrote up a nice little essay. He's like, $1 million can buy a lot of things, but it cannot buy you happiness. So why not spend your 24 hours with Elon? What? What would you choose? Many people would choose to spend time with Elon Musk over $1 million, me included. Think about long-term benefits. Elon is a fascinating person to talk to. He's always innovating and coming up with new ideas. He's also very passionate about his work. Spending time with him would be an interesting and informative experience. A game changer. He also may give you some advice that could benefit you in the future, or to invest in your business ideas. Who knows? But it's worth a try. Although $1 million is a lot of money, most people would choose to spend time with Elon. #business, #future, #entrepreneurship. And then he has a little poll where it's like, what would you choose? And 91% of people choose $1 million. Obviously.
This is incredible insight into the mind of an NPC. Like, these are NPCs.
Yeah, basically.
We have to be living in a simulation, and the NPCs are running wild, and they took over the world, and it's insane.
Yeah. By the way, what this is a non sequitur fucking sentence. $1 million can buy a lot of things, but it can't buy happiness. So why not spend your 24 hours with Elon? The implication there being that if you're to spend 24 hours with Elon, then you would be able to somehow find happiness or some shit, or just it's two statements that don't fucking mesh together. Oh my god. But no,
the
of course,
idea that Elon is fascinating for his ideas. The dude literally said, "Oh, electric car or machine go to space. We touch Mars." Like, that's like we've been talking about that for like 1,000 fucking years. Like,
it's not even him. It's not even fucking him. Jesus Christ. I remember in like, what was this, like 2018, 2019, my YouTube recommendations, again, I never watched anything about Elon Musk, my YouTube recommendations would be filled with videos of like, Elon Musk schools Jack Ma on innovation or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this Ben Shapiro bullshit? Who listens to this?
Number one on trending, number one watched Netflix show right now is an Elon Musk documentary just made about Elon Musk and him putting like everywhere it says revolutionary, and it's revolutionary because the first private space flight to a station. Like, it's so revolutionary that we gave it to private hands. Very good. Great step for humanity. So bravo.
The private sector has just done something the public sector did like 50 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, what would you want to talk to Elon Musk about? Like, Elon, do you have any advice on failure or not following through on your promises? He's like, yeah, actually, I do that all the time. I canceled my truck that I said was indestructible. It wasn't indestructible, by the way. I broke it on stage. People asked for a submarine to save some miners, so I called a dude a pedophile and didn't give him submarines after I said I would.
Do you know there's a website actually?
I don't even know what my kids look like.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't know that he has like 7 kids or some shit, like from different women. What the fuck? No, I was gonna say there's a website actually which is just not documents, but every time Elon Musk says something, and it turns out to be bullshit, or he lied, or he promised something, it didn't come to pass, they add like a little
There's
like
so
a thing,
many,
with sources, and it's like a Wikipedia article of scrolling through the shit. By the way, you shouldn't give a shit about these people, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates and whatever. These people don't care. All right, Elon Musk is the son of fucking South African emerald mine owner. All right, fuck me. And by the way, his entire Tesla bullshit, he didn't do any of that. It was 2 other people that founded it, and he bought it out and put a clause where it's like, oh, by the way, you're going to have to include me as one of the fucking co-founders, despite the fact that he did. Jesus Christ. People are so full of shit.
Yeah.
He was just building his personal brand, guys, please. he learned a thing or two from Mitch Whiting. $1 million, hey, $1 million of Elon Musk, $1 million. But if it was $1 million or Mitch Whiting, then maybe. All right, now we can.
Now we're talking. Absolutely.
Oh my god. Okay, this one's kind of stupid, but like, fuck it, we can say it. HR manager. So HR has to be the worst fucking department of anything, even in public. So HR is the worst. They're fucking dickheads. So this guy is apparently an HR manager. He says, I need to talk to my family before accepting the offer. I think he's missing like quotation marks and quoting a potential worker. I need to confirm with my spouse before accepting the offer. Same thing. I need some time before accepting the offer. I get all above silly reasons from applicants who have gone. What the fuck, dude? Okay, he didn't write that correctly. Who have got selected, is what he meant to say, and accepted all the terms and conditions initially. If you are not willing to join a company or have not spoken to your family/sibling/spouse, neighbor, housekeeper, or security guard, don't apply for the opening. Simple as that. Don't give such #immature reasons for not accepting the offer. You are here to #negotiate, use salary. You are just exploring. The reason you give for not accepting the offers can define the future of your relationship with that company and the recruiter. Remember, the world is small. I just did this exact thing, by the way. I accepted a job offer, and while waiting for another job offer, and then for 3 weeks I was like, yeah, it's a yes, yeah, I'm definitely gonna show up. And then when I got the second job, which is the job I actually wanted, I told the guy, yeah, fuck off, I'm not coming.
Bravo, that's how you do it.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
Because the thing is, they do the same thing. I have a friend who basically he moved to another country for this job, by the way. He had his whole life set up, everything, and then a week before he was supposed to start, they told him, oh, we found another candidate that was more suitable, best of luck, blah blah, and told him to get fucked, basically. So they do this shit all the fucking time. Why can't you? Number one. And number two, like this one I don't understand. It's you see this trend amongst a lot of, especially older employers, where like, oh, people are such fucking snowflakes about jobs. Like, I'm the fucking king handing down the, right, the fucking emancipation down to you. You should just be like willfully accepted and worship me during the fucking, right? They have this arrogance about them. That, oh, like, I'm offering a job, so you should, like, bend over backwards and accommodate every single thing that I do and say, and you should do everything on my fucking schedule. It's a mutually, quote unquote, that's the meme, it's a mutually beneficial contract, supposedly. Can't the guy have a fucking moment to talk to his wife about it? It's so stupid, man.
Yeah, you don't, like, they'll try to spin it like, look, we're doing this for you. We're offering you this, we're giving you this, leg up over the scrambling masses also trying to get this job, so you better accept it quickly. It's like, no, what you are providing to them is more valuable than what they're providing to you. So you know what? If you need to talk to somebody or wait for another offer to come in and see which is better, do that. Don't be guilt-tripped into taking a shitty job.
And that they love to do. They love to guilt-trip. Like, what? But I give you this opportunity.
Yeah.
Don't be so immature.
Think of what it's going to do about your personal brand. Us employers, we talk amongst each other.
Yeah. I'm sure you do. Fucking hell. And this leads into another one I want to mention, if you guys don't mind. This guy is reinventing finance 1% at a time, he says, and then he has a little recycling logo. Leading and scaling. I don't know what the fuck leading and scaling is. He says, the broke are broke because they spend most of their money. The middle class are middle class because they save most of their money. The wealthy are wealthy because they invest most of their money. Anything to add, please?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's how it works, actually. Yeah, he's figured it out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Like, you're working 2 jobs and your rent is 80% of your paycheck, right? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Instead of spending money on food for your kid, you should be investing it, okay? Crypto. Crypto and NFTs is where it's at. Fuck me. I was reading this thing
I
the
love how
other day.
their brains, everybody has like surplus cash. Like the broke are broke because they spend most of their money. What do you think that, like, because they have less money, they spend it? If you have more money, you save more. Everybody spends for the, like, they imagine that when somebody like gets a pay raise, instead of wearing Nikes, they immediately start wearing Cesare Paciotti or fucking Louis Vuitton belts. Like every fucking morning I wake up, I go a line of Coke off a Louis Vuitton belt. Like that's not how it works. The more you make, the more you save. The average spending habits, this is objective statistic. And now I'm not arguing with some absolute imbecile from LinkedIn. Just it's a very annoying point that everybody fucking brings up. The average spending habits are kind of the same amongst almost all fucking what you call them, income groups. Just higher income groups have more money to save, so they can also after that buy a house, buy a car, buy a yacht, buy your sister, you know, stuff like that. It's
yeah, they have opportunities for more secure investments in the long term because they have surplus capital to spend, right? Poor people don't have that shit, right? If you have to fucking, you know, like this, if there are people who have to penny pinch for their groceries and shit like that, and to include rent and whatever school supplies for the kids and shit like that. Yeah, at the end of that, if you have $20, it doesn't matter if you put this $20 into a fucking investment account because it's $20 fucking compared to somebody who, you know, inherited money from their parents and they have their parents' connections, they work in their dad's company, and they have a fucking salary of $300,000 a year plus bonuses, and basically all their expenses are already paid because daddy already bought fucking everything, the car and the house and everything else, and already paid for the university. So then you have fucking a month $10,000 to put away into a savings account. No wonder.
Exactly.
Sorry, Nico. Thank you.
I know, you're fine. I used to penny pinch, and now I don't, thankfully. But I am still buying the same bananas, the same vodkas, the same fucking fashion brands that I like aesthetically. I didn't like fucking, you know, lose my mind and instead of drinking 3 coffees a day, now I drink 30 because I got more money, you know? Like that. Yeah. That's how these boomers fucking think. It's pathetic.
Yeah, this actually is an interesting thing. Maybe we should do like a segment on this one episode one day. But I remember, you know, going from university to actually to working and then having a semi-decent paycheck, I guess. I mean, it's still garbage, but I mean, it's better than what it was before. And my spending habits. And I just realized that the only difference that when I quote unquote started making more money, which was that I started buying the one level up jam.
Yeah.
you know what I used to always get the cheapest jam, and then afterwards I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spoil myself. I'm gonna get the cherry jam today.
Yeah,
right?
Nice.
It's fucking...
I now eat Nutella, man. I used to buy those old that still existed in Yugoslavia, like fucking Eurocream. That's like got expired cocoa from like military hangars from 1946, and now I buy Nutella, baby. Yeah. No, one thing that did change, and it's a complete frivolity, but I just go clubbing more, you know. Before I sat with the bros around a table and ate pickles and drank fucking homemade rakia, and now I can go and get a fucking bottle in a nice spot and I can dance there without 50 other guys wanting to beat the shit out of me because I accidentally stepped on their goddamn shoes. So that's the only frivolity I've given myself as an extra, but the rest, I eat the same bananas, man.
Yeah, exactly right. I have something that actually I agree with. This guy's a douche, but it's, you know, the what's it called, the broken clock, you know.
Yeah.
Underneath his name it says, "I teach you what you don't learn at school." And whenever, sorry to say, but whenever a white guy says some shit like this, I'm like, can you fuck off, right? Can you just?
Yeah.
I teach you what they don't teach you at school, and that is that the Jew is fighting against the goy, and we must remember the communists are under deploy. I even rhyme. My grandpa's name was Hunt.
Yeah, it's always shit like this. What the fuck? Or it's like the crypto bro shit, right? It's like, you know, what they don't teach you at school: invest in real estate.
There was a really fucking funny TikTok where in the video a person is recording how half of the class is asleep, and the text on the video is like, everybody be complaining about how they don't teach us about taxes at school. Now they're teaching us taxes at school and the kids are still fucking passed the fuck out in class.
That's because, dude, like, okay, side tangent before I get into this. The thing I fucking hate the most, not to go on all like Foucault on you, but there is some truth to the fact that the way that the school system is set up for obedience performance not actual learning. Everybody knows this is a fucking tired point. But all fucking research, especially for kids, has shown that the best for not only for development but for memory and everything else, right? Best performance is when they get enough fucking sleep. So it makes absolutely no sense why kids, literally like 8-year-olds, need to be getting up at fucking going to school at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or even fucking 9 a.m. Right? School should be something like from 11 until like 2:30, and the classes should be like 30 minutes, and then that's it. Look, it doesn't fucking quadratic equations don't fucking matter. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know what to fucking tell you. All right, Jesus Christ. And I'll give kids a bit more fucking freedom in choosing their subjects, and then they're gonna choose things that actually interest them. Much of which will be like in scientific fields. Hey, I had some choice for my my high school, and I chose elective chemistry classes and shit like that because I was genuinely interested. Right? Doesn't mean like fuck me. Yeah, it's just the school as a whole. Very, very broken idea. We should probably do an episode on this entirely.
Yeah.
And by the way, like there's something every once in a while, I'll say this to some boomer and they don't know that I'm a physician, right? So then they'll be like, "Oh, yo, you're just some fucking It's the usual shit, right? Like or like on YouTube, it's like you're just some lazy commie fucking pot smoker in your mom's basement, motherfucker. I'm a doctor. If there's anybody who can be like, hey, the educational system is a little bit fucked up, it should be me, all right? But fucking whatever. Anyways, so this guy he says I read 1 book a week, and he's like, that's great. Here's what's better. I apply 1 book a week. Reading is only the first step. Application is where the learning happens. So instead of trying to read more, try applying more. This is how you'll grow your knowledge. Man. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I was like, I fully agree with this. So everybody, please go read Satan Revolution by Lenin, and then go apply it. All right. Yeah.
It was the task of philosophers to, to analyze the world. Now it is the task of philosophers to change it. That's literally materialism.
All hitherto interpret. Yeah, all hitherto interpret, point is to change, blah, blah, all that. Yes. And to our anarchist friends, read up on the propaganda of the deed and then apply it. I'm kidding, don't. Please don't. You didn't hear this on this podcast.
I shall defend my anarchist brothers from evil Hakim. The red Lenin is coming for you. But I got you back.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're going to go, don't mention that the Deprogram told you to do it.
I'm cutting that out. Well, speaking of reading books, I've got one here. Oh, God. He's the founder at Trendsetters, but it's spelled Trendsetters. There are no vowels in it.
Nice.
So he says, if I could, parentheses, legally, mandate our team to follow a diet, fitness, education, and self-care plan, I would do so in a heartbeat. While I can't enforce that, here's what it would look like. Guided meditation, 1 gallon of water, 1 homemade wellness shot, apple cider vinegar, turmeric, ginger, Himalayan salt, black pepper, and lemon. 1 short HIIT workout, that's high-intensity interval training, in the AM. A longer cardio or strength workout in the PM, depending on your fitness goals. 1 book a week. 1 book summary a day. Intermittent fasting 6 days a week. No phone or electronics before 9 a.m. and after 10 p.m. 5-year goals listed on paper every morning. 3 gratitudes written down. 1 day dopamine detox a month. No entertainment, no food, no coffee, just boredom. In a perfect world, what would you add?
You can only come 2 times this month. What the fuck is this?
This dude's a freak.
Yeah.
Maybe like don't overwork your employees, and then they'll do that stuff. They'll not be depressed, and they will do most of what you just.
Yeah, you don't need to mandate self-improvement. People just want to do things because it's cool. Like I like to read in my off time, but don't make me read like Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Please, okay. You need to read the guide on how to not give a fuck once a week.
Oh
Jesus
God,
Christ.
yeah.
Fuck me. Like I hate the. One thing I don't support book burning. The one thing I would support book burning for is all those like airport books. Airport books is what I would call them, right? It's this shit that just like has like #1 fucking bestseller. It's the #1 bestseller because it fucking sucks dick. That's why, right? Jesus Christ. Harry Potter is a #1 bestseller.
Hakeem quote of the month. I don't support book burning, but
Exactly right. Yeah, no, exactly right. Fuck me.
Like all these things, and most of them on their own are good. Like it's good to work out, it's good to read, it's good to not look at your phone before bed, stuff like that. But like mandating that your employees do this, that's not going to create a better little worker drone. It's going to make them miserable and hate you.
No, please, okay? 3 gratitudes written down. I'm thankful that I have the self-restraint to not kill my boss today. I'm thankful that I'm self-restraint not to burn the place down. I'm thankful that I haven't killed myself yet. Oh
I got one which is literally psychopath shit. Like, when everyone else is retreating, double down. Most people check out mentally by Thursday evening. Be different. Strangle Friday so that Monday becomes your slave.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I love how in the reactions there's a thumbs up, there's a heart, and one I haven't seen before. It's the thinking emoji. But I like to think of it as people are like, is this guy okay?
It's like, it's fucking Friday. You know that this is the guy that it's Friday, it's 2 hours before you go to the weekend, and he sends you 3 meetings, 2 tasks, and 15 emails, like right at the end, that need to be done by the end of the week. There's a special place in hell for them. I think if there is a hell, in Dante's Inferno, it had, 13 layers. Just because of corporate jobs, there's probably another 130 just for every single niche group of awful office etiquette, man.
Absolute fucking garbage. Oh, man.
Strangle Friday. It's fucking psychopath. Yeah.
There's this one where this guy says, I help agency owners scale from $0 to a certain amount, I'm sure. And he says, all you need, all is all capital, all you need to make $100K a year, internet, people skills, 6 hours of uninterrupted work a day. You have no excuses. Thank you, out.
Oh, is that it?
Why didn't we think of that?
Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, this is the...
Why are we doing this fucking shit?
Yeah, right? Fuck me. We work more than 6 hours on this fucking shit. You don't see us making $100K a year. No, please.
That's ridiculous. It's just, how many people... That applies to almost everyone in the United States. Like, has internet and works that amount of hours a day. You know how few people make that?
Every 25-year-old, yeah. That's so fucking... And I get the idea here is that it's not the actual productive sector of the economy, which is another aspect, by the way, of which I hate. One of the things I hate endlessly about capitalism is that it's given non-productive jobs this huge amount, and by the way, I don't mean non-productive in the Marxian sense, as in you don't produce anything. I mean non-productive in both senses. Not only do you not produce anything, but you're not actually contributing, like this shit. Corporate management nonsense, which is, fuck me. Like, let's divide you guys into teams and see this bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, they had at work, they're doing this bullshit where they're dividing they're making like acute cases, right, that come in. And instead of having basically people be manned at certain hours, instead now we have like acute teams, which represent different people in the hierarchy. So you have like a specialist, and then you have a regular, like a physician in residency, for example. And then you have a nurse, and then some other like personnel, and they form a team. And then they're supposed to deal with cases on their own. And just the stupid reorganize is... I'm not going to get into my fucking work woes, but I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Nothing's going to fucking change, right? We have the same amount of time for the patients. Yeah. It doesn't change the fact that, now I have an assigned nurse rather than whoever just happened to be around. Fuck me.
Yeah, that whole thing, every job I've worked at where, there's some management team above you, there's always been these dictates that they've passed down that are just nonsense, that don't do anything. It's just for corporate reshuffling so that things look like they're being done. It's just such a waste of time and energy and resources. Just let people work the way that's most effective.
There's a whole class, there's a whole subclass of employees inside of corporate America and the corporate world whose entire task is to reshuffle everything. So a lot of these people do know that there's absolutely no need to reshuffle it, but they will be fired unless they reshuffle all the fucking time. So it's as always, like it comes from top down, and it's a bunch of workers fucking each other without even really wanting to fuck each other, but they all want to keep their job, and you end up with this.
One of my least favorite things about the modern landscape of work is the like the importing of work into the home. Like you're never not on call. You're never not reachable by your boss. I've got one here that says, the 9-to-5 workday is over. The work-life balance is also over. It's not a balance anymore. It never has been. People today bring their whole personality to work, and they bring work to home because we cannot separate them. Want a fulfilling life? Stop trying to balance work and life because they both define who you are.
I'm not defined by my fucking work. Eat my dick.
Just...
Human beings are defined by being fucking, just being people with interests, right? Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. You like mango and you like to go play squash on the fucking weekends. That's more meaningful for you as a person than, oh, the spreadsheets. I come for the spreadsheets. Fucking Excel formulas. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
And people wonder why so many people are depressed. It's because they can't escape work even when they're off.
Please, okay, no. You're telling me that you have an incredibly unfulfilling work life and that you have a boss that's a dick to you and you're being overworked. There must be a chemical imbalance in your brain. Okay, here you go. Take some fucking. You're having trouble sleeping because of how stressed you are at work. Should we change your work-life balance? No. Here you go. Get some fucking Z drugs. Become an addict. The Sigma grind set. Become a fucking...
Chad's do meth at work.
You do meth at work and you take fucking sleep Z drugs, sleep drugs.
Inspirational Post, one of the most productive groups in history. The Atomwaffen SS did meth. So should you. Due to that Excel sheets, what they did to Jews, Slavs, and Roma. Okay, that was horrible.
Oh, God.
Hey, no, they were exceptional on one thing, and that was being dying of Soviet bullets.
Absolutely.
JT, linking to that thing, actually, the work-life balance, I have one here, which is a photo, and there's the text that says, if the office can be managed from home, then home can be managed from the workplace. Finally, a desk for working parents, and it's a picture of a woman, and next to her she has like a little fucking, basically what looks like a kennel for her fucking kid, right? It looks like a dog kennel, right? It's like a fucking jail cell that even has bars. And her fucking kid is in it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And by the way, what's fucked up is that there are ones next to her, so this is actually, there's a place in the world that has this, and she's sitting there on fucking, again, on Excel or some shit. Oh my God. Maximize profits while ignoring your child.
Next thing is like get your child to work with you. At the age of 5, they can probably do most Excel sheets. So
guys, the next hustle culture side gig is monetize your kid. All right, please.
Absolutely, we're already fucking doing it. We're already doing it. Some of the biggest YouTube channels literally are just monetizing their fucking children. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
that is what it is. And it's fucked up. I don't care. Oh, the kid is going to have more money to grow up with, etc., etc. Oh, it's a grind. Okay, decent point. But it's a fucking kid. It does not have consciousness or understanding to agree or fucking disagree. And you just don't do that to someone who cannot agree to be a fucking employee.
What's really despicable is the mommy channels that like their whole channel is based around like being pregnant and having children and then raising those kids. And, like they know it's not sustainable unless they keep having children too. So they're literally just having kids to keep their grift running, and the kids are just an object of monetization. It's sick.
Do they have like a side gig on Pornhub where they also show the insemination?
No. I'm sure there are people. I'm sure there are people like that. Yeah. I never understood the family channels. I didn't even know they were a thing until a friend of mine showed something to me, and I was like,
weird.
What the fuck? They have like 20 million subs, and they get insane views. Who watches this shit?
I don't get
it. There's some channels that some people watch that I'm like, okay, this is not my cup of tea, but I understand why people watch. For example, you've seen the video of the Indian guys who build like homes. From like sand and shit or whatever, like that stuff, right? That makes sense. It's not my cup of tea, but I get why it has like 30 million views. These people are definitely skilled at what they're doing, right? But the family shit, I don't understand. It's just them going about their day. Right. Yeah. I remember there's another what's it called? There's another niche that I also I should have assumed existed. I didn't know, which is like vlogging, but in some third world town, and you're not from that said third world.
Oh, and you
town.
speak the language?
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, so it was like I remember I saw it's 2 siblings, and they're like what, like 19 and 17 or something, and they live together, and they're living in like Peru somewhere. right? And it's just their like life in Peru. But the thing is they're not doing anything interesting. They're just going to town, and like the girl's getting her hair done, and the guy's gonna go buy a pair of jeans, and it's just that, right? And most of the videos in English, so it's not like, oh, you know, it's like Peruvians, or just they're like, oh, it's neat that people are making videos about our country or this city, right? The most of the videos in English. So something I don't fucking get. But swiftly moving on, there's another one. This lady is a CRO. I don't know what CRO is. At Smart Bug Media, the #1 highest rated HubSpot elite partner.
What does that mean?
This could have been, I've said this before, this could be replaced with Uncut Diarrhea. It would mean the same thing to me. I don't know what Smart Bug Media or a HubSpot elite partner is, but whatever.
You are very lucky. I work with that thing like half of my fucking days.
I'm so sorry, Habibi.
No, you're fine.
I hear the pain in your voice.
Oh my God, Salesforce. Oh Lord.
I'm so sorry, Habibi. Anyways, please, people, support us on Patreon. So,
I mean, the ones listening, thank you. You guys listening, every donation helps me get out of this fucking nightmare. Trust me.
Free you got free him.
He doesn't let on, but the pain of his fucking employment. Jesus Christ.
Hashtag you got me can't breathe.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh no.
My life is so horrible. Ooh,
I saw that
me.
banner. I saw that banner. The Ukraine can't breathe. The giant flag.
Jesus Christ. All right, anyways. So this lady says, I am working 12 to 14 hour days right now. Am I upset? No. Do I resent my organization? No. Am I stressed? No. Am I burned out? No. By the way, some of these are capitalized and some of them aren't, which just goes to show how completely in control she is.
Yeah.
Is my organization
Do I have a
forcing
sex life?
No. Is my organization forcing this? No. Am I excited to get to know my team on a personal level? Yes. Am I excited to add value? Am I eager? Sorry. Am I hungry to learn? Yes. Am I making the choice because I want to? Yes. Do my kids resent me? Yes. People often talk about the work-life balance. This does not exist for me. I thrive in the work-life integration. There's nothing wrong with working a ton if it is your choice, your decision. She misspelled decision.
Mommy, I'm hungry. Shut the fuck up, Timmy. I'm writing a LinkedIn post here, motherfucker.
I hear so many talking about how this is unhealthy. If I want it, love it, and thrive in it, how is it not healthy? Just a thought. You know, you could say this about cocaine.
Yeah.
Meth, heroin. If I want it, love it, and thrive in it, how is it not healthy? I murder prostitutes. If I want it, love it, and thrive in it, how is it not healthy? Like, you understand the fucking Jesus Christ. Anyways, but yeah, exactly. I would love to get the opinion of her spouse or kids on this shit. It's like, right? If you're working 12 to 14 hour days every day, do you even have time to take a shit? Do you have time to like eat?
They wear diapers, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Amazon
probably.
workers.
Like, fuck me, Jesus Christ. Do you sleep? Like, do you go out for? Go get brunch one day. Like, unless she's doing the fucking, you know, the CEO grift, which is like, I work 12 to 14 hour days. By the way, my 3 hour lunch break is a fucking is you know, I go my meetings where I go and play golf for fucking 6 hours. Do people play golf for 6 hours? I don't know.
Probably. I don't know.
I met a guy who played it.
The old people who had the golf meetings. My granddad was one of those for a long time. He worked for it's like 3 letters, and they sold sugar to Coca-Cola and stuff like that.
CIA.
Yeah, and it's yeah. But that's what they would do. They'd go and play golf. Like he'd have a meeting. Like, oh yeah,